Hello everybody, welcome to debate. This is our mock debaters. We'll show you how it all works. Okay, decorum delegates.
Quick pause right here. This is roll call. So you're either going to say present or present in voting. Let's keep going.
Cool. So now I'll be taking roll. Hannah.
Present in voting.
Right. Lucas.
Present.
Nana.
Present and voting.
Alright, now that we've taken roll, are there any points or motions on the floor?
This is another pause moment. So this is the motion to open debate. This is the first thing you're ever going to do in committee. It begins the committee. And then once that is voted on and obviously approved, you will now take a motion to open the speakers list. And this is what all you guys are going to raise your placards for.
Nana.
Motion to open debate.
That will be taken to order. We'll now be voting on the motion to open debate. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion passes. We are now in debate. Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Lucas.
Motion to open the speakers list with a 1 minute 30-second speaking time with two 30-second comments.
That will be taken to order. We will now be voting on Lucas's motion for the speakers list. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes.
All right, so once the speakers list is open, everyone wants to raise their placards and get as high up as they possibly can. Once everyone has been called on, and everyone will, the first speaker will speak. And he'll speak at a time that either is designated by the person who proposed the motion or the chair. Normally at conferences, it is a standard time, but it can possibly be changed. So right up next is Lucas's.
Lucas, would you like to speak first?
First.
All those wishing to speak?
Don't even look at me.
Nana. Cool. Lucas, you have the floor for
Hi.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
All right, so after the speaker gives their speech, there will be two comments. The first person the chair calls on will comment first, and the second person the chair calls on will comment second. Each comment will be 30 seconds unless the chair says otherwise.
Please, let me back in.
You've exhausted all your time. We will now be taking two comments coming from Hannah, then Nina. Hannah, you have the floor for 30 seconds.
Thank you. All right, so the next thing you're gonna see is a point of inquiry. A point of inquiry is how you ask the chair a question. Mostly it is just how they want debate to be run. You just ask their preference on something or if you need clarification.
You've exhausted your time. Are there any points or motions on the floor? You guys could do a point of inquiry if you want. Hannah.
Point of inquiry, will you be taking any mods at the moment?
The chair would highly smile upon a mod at the moment.
All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is a dual parter. So if you look that way, you can see that Lucas is passing a note to the chair. This note is for the second speakers list. It should sound something along the lines of, will you please add blank, so insert your country name, to the second speakers list. And you should do that immediately after you finish doing your first speech, because then that just catapults you to the second speakers list and it gives you more points. I mean, it's a win-win situation. And then the second thing we'd like to talk about is what is to come. Both Lucas and I are going to propose a moderated caucus. So mine doesn't pass because it wasn't the greatest topic, but Lucas's did, and that's totally acceptable. Nothing will be used against you. That's totally normal. Almost every single debate, one of my mods doesn't get passed. So what you have to do to propose one is you have to say, you have to specify the time, how long you want to speak, and the topic.
Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Lucas.
Motion for a 1 minute 30-second moderated caucus with a 30-second speaking time on the topic
really see
of more moments.
That will be taken into order. Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Hannah.
Motion for a moderated caucus, 1 minute 30 with a 30-second speaking time on the topic of best airlines to take on travel trips.
Okay, we will now be voting on these motions for most to least disruptive, starting with Hannah's motion on airline flights. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion failed. That was aggressive. I'm sorry. We will now be voting on Lucas's motion on more memories in a moderated caucus. Yeah. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion passes. Lucas, would you like to speak first or last?
I'll speak last.
Lucas will speak last. All those wishing to speak? Hannah, then Nana. Hannah, you have the floor.
So what you'll see next is what happens when nobody has any points or motions. It just reverts back to the speakers list.
Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Seeing none, we will move on to our next speaker on the speakers list. Hannah. Hannah, you have the floor for 1 minute 30 seconds.
All right, here we go. Next comes an unmoderated caucus, which you'll see. Nana will propose it, and all she has to say is motion for an unmod for blank amount of time.
You exhausted your time. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Nana.
Motion for a 10-minute unmoderated caucus.
we won't do it that long. But all those
Yeah, it'll just be 30 seconds.
we'll now take that into order. All those in favor of Nana's motion for an unmod? All those opposed? This passes. You're now an unmod for 10 minutes.
Alright, okay, so this is what I was thinking.
All right, bear with me here because this one takes a little bit of explaining. So throughout debate, you're going to do speeches, comments, moderated caucuses, and unmoderated caucuses. But what ends up happening throughout debate is you form these groups of people who have similar policy to yours. And these groups are called resolution groups. Throughout debate, these groups will form and then they'll start making papers composed of their solutions in the form of a resolution paper. And at the end of committee, these resolution papers will be presented to everybody in the form of a formal caucus. So you'll say motion to move into formal, and your group will send a number of people up there. It'll be specified by the chair. So say you're in a group of 9 delegates, your chair will say 1/3 has to be sent up or can be sent up. So you can send 3 up there, and they'll present your resolution paper. And what happens after that when you're done presenting is people are allowed to ask questions. So that's why it's really important that you know what's going on. And you can see that here. I present my loan document, and then Nana and Lucas will ask questions about it.
Now?
We're just gonna go into formal.
Alright, are there any points or motions on the floor? Hannah.
Motion to move into formal.
I will be taken to order. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion passes.
Do you set the speaking time?
You are
Oh,
now
yeah.
informal, and you may present.
All right, so after all of the formal groups are done presenting, someone will motion to move out of formal. Everyone will vote on that. And then someone will motion to move into voting block. Now, voting block, you're not allowed to talk or pass notes, and it's just solely voting. So if you, when they called roll, said present in voting, you have to vote in this one. Whether that is no or yes, you cannot abstain. And you'll see that once you vote, whether the resolution passes or not, it really doesn't matter. If it passes, everyone will clap and is all happy. And then once that is all done, someone will motion to move out of voting block, and someone will motion to end debate. And that will be it. Yay.
Hannah.
Motion to move out of formal.
I will be taken into order. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes. Any other points or motions on the floor? Nana.
Motion to move into voting block.
I will be taken into order. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion passes. We are now in voting block. Stop passing notes. No talking to each other. You're only going to vote. All right. Now on resolution A-1, with the signatory of
The
sponsor of Hannah. All those in favor? All those opposed? All those abstaining? This motion or resolution passes. Clap! Woo! You did it. Are there any other points or motions on the floor? Hannah,
Motion to move out of voting block.
that will be taken into order. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion passes. Any other points or motions on the floor? Lucas,
Motion to close debate.
that will be taken into order. All those in favor? All those opposed? This passes. You are now done with debate.
That is how debate is done, Freshies.
Woo!
What? That's clownery, love. That's clownery.
Bloopers. Action?
Yeah, let's go.
Action.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome to debate. I'm your.
Stop.
Are we on time lapse?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah, we're on time lapse.
That's not time lapse. Wow, Lucas is yawning in the
Debate is so interesting. Ow.
Look at this. Look how sad that is.
Lucas.
Present.
Okay.
I'm the
Nana.
nervous delegate. And the
Ooh.
substantive solutions that we will be hearing today. I have no idea what our topic
Isn't it
is.
substantive?
And I just cannot wait to hear these fantastic comments coming from the Leprechaun and Danaena.
Your time is exhausted.
Can I have my phone?
Yeah, here you go.
Right of reply.
What?
Yeah, I called me a leprechaun.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sure. Right of reply. You have 30 seconds.
You do look like a leprechaun.
It is appalling that the delegation of Lucas
Great video.
You gotta
is
roast me. You gotta
insulting
roast
me
me.
and calling me a leprechaun instead of focusing at the topic at hand. You know, I was thinking about the reason why, and I figured it out. It is his height. Because he's so short, carbon monoxide has settled on the ground and has caused him to lose
Oh my
weight.
god.
He's got a
Thank
short
you.
man complex.
Like all these like cop cars outside this metro station, and then I was like, guys, crime scene selfie, and I took a selfie. Apparently, someone had gone and shot him in the back of the head there earlier in the morning, like an hour before, and I was just strolling by.
You're the problem.
Ready?
You're part of the
Who wants to see the
problem.
I'm gonna have to
picture?
agree with Kiki on this one.
Crime scene selfie.
Oh my God.
Look at all the people. Like I take selfies with her all the time. I like when she wears sandals because then I can see her toes.
Please say that. Please say that.
Oh no.